The tricky.
Whoa, he pinned him down and trying to fight his way out of this trouble. But he got clipped. And still constantly bouncing on those feet.
Shots to the body, not forgetting the body. Boots beating up Chukhadzhian right now.
Oh! Listen, is Boots ready to hit that bud? Let's talk about it in the morning after. Block! 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 Listen, before we talk about Boots versus Bud, is he ready to take on Bud? A lot of people are talking about that now all over the place. It done went crazy. Ah! Let's talk about it. After his performance with Chukhadzhian, a lot of people are wondering, is Boots ready to hit that Bud? But before we talk about that, I want to say this. What a fantastic job we did, War Room. Oh, I had a fantastic time. I had a lot of fun. The Zone really complimented the War Room, complimented what we did. I want to say this. Throw the towel! Throw the towel! I was in rare form last night, and it's mostly because of you, the War Room. It's strange. It was almost as if the War Room was auditioning and was letting the Zone know this is who we are, because you guys gave me a ton of material, and you guys were just on top of things last night, just in rare form. The War Room, we always, have a lot of fun on live commentary, but you guys were different last night. I mean, just even better to say, listen, we on the big stage and we're going to show everybody it's the War Room. And when the Zone was, looking into putting the ShowBizz for Adult show on the Zone, that was part of it. Like, listen, we love your community, right? And you guys really showed out. So shout out to you guys. And I have to really start packing and getting everything together. Don't forget, next week, I will be a host for Jake Paul versus Iron Mike Tyson. I will be leaving tomorrow. So I have to get everything together. Make sure you guys show up to MVP Socials, their channel on YouTube. I will be linking that in the description box below. And tune in to Netflix when Mike Tyson knocks out Jake Paul. All right, okay, let's talk about it. First, I want to say real quick, Bam Rodriguez is one of the most complete fighters in the world. He's a complete fighter. What he did with Guevara was ridiculous. I mean, Guevara is a very good fighter, a very experienced fighter, and he just walked right through him as if he was nothing. I mean, you don't walk through Guevara as if he's a tune-up or a stay busy fight. Bam Rodriguez is next level. If you guys think that he's the best fighter in the world, I would have no problem with it. Bam, Usyk, Inoue, Bud Crawford, those guys, all those guys are just interchangeable. Those guys are just the top tier guys. Bam Rodriguez is something excellent. I want to give a shout out real quick to Raymond Ford. I will be updating my fighters list and adding Raymond Ford to the fighters list because Raymond Ford has stayed busy. Raymond Ford has found, so many different ways to be victorious. And even with his fight with Nick Ball, where he lost, it was close enough to where people even think that Raymond Ford was robbed. Raymond Ford is something else, and he does nothing but add to the boxing community. Now let's talk. Jaron Boots Ennis. Listen, did he have a good performance last night? Hell no. Hell no. And if you think that he had a great performance, that's fine. But he didn't, because look at the way his ops are responding to his performance.
I don't look so crazy now, huh?
I want to move on to the next level, but I'm yet still the only fighter in the welterweight division that actually fought a major name. So why not make this fight happen?
Because we want either a major name or...
A major name is Blair the Flair.
No, I'm afraid you're not.
They grew in confidence. They didn't look at his performance and get quiet. They didn't look at his performance and say, oh, great shit. He's top notch. I think I can get him. They look at his performance and said, I'll whoop his ass, and how about me next? You even have Brian Norman Jr. and them saying, I tried to tell y'all, man, this guy was a hype job. That means the performance was not good. Now, there could be a few reasons why the performance wasn't good, and people are saying a lot of different things, and here's my take. I think you're all right. One, Boots Ennis, this is his second bad performance against Korean Chukhadzhian. This is his second bad performance. So that means the common denominator is Korean, right? So he's just a horrible matchup for Boots to look good against. Though Boots dropped him and stuff like that, he just doesn't look good against him. But this is also Boots' second bad performance back-to-back. His last fight with David Evanesian, he knocked him out, but people weren't impressed. Right? They actually did not like that performance against David Evanesian. So it's not just Karen. So is it Bozy Ennis? Listen, I've been saying this, a lot of these boxing dads, they can take their fighter to a certain level, but they're dads who learned how to be trainers. They're not ex-fighters who train or fantastic trainers who became better trainers, right? So I think a lot of these dads, like Floyd Schofield, no hate on the fathers, Bill Haney, no hate. I'm just saying you can take your kid to a certain point, especially when they're extremely talented, but can you take them to that next level? So if you look at Boots Ennis, he's digressing. I mean, what happened to this Boots?
Got the instincts in this.
The combination with the head is starting to open up. How about that?
And now Boots look like this.
Crawford in the ring.
This shot might
Chukhadzhian.
Boots might be rocked, guys. I'm telling you. He got hit with a clean left hook.
To me, he's digressing. Okay, so I think you have to point to his team at that point and see if they need to restructure the team or add somebody to the team. Also, Boots Ennis, to me, leaning all over Karen, and I know Corinne was clinching him at times and stuff like that, but I think Boots was allowing for it. How sloppy Boots was and laying all over him, I think Boots can't be this Boots.
He's got the instincts.
Because he's losing his legs. Boots Ennis trying to lose weight, cut weight, and go down to 147 is starting to hurt him now. Don't forget, Boots Ennis was doing fine at 147, but then he didn't fight for a while, right? He was going through, situations with the team and stuff like that, change promoters and stuff like that. So Boots Ennis wasn't fighting for a while. And since he's came back and now with Matchroom and, he fought David Evanesian, it just seems like his body type has matured just enough past 147. I think he needs to go up because as an IBF champion, he has the rehydration clause built in. So he has to actually lose the weight and can't rehydrate and blow up and get to a comfortable weight, at least for fight night. All right. Which, like I said, let me tell you, weight bullying isn't always a good thing. Listen, as forever, one thing you know about bullies is that they're weak. And that is the same thing when it comes to weight bullies. Being a weight bully makes you weak. Right? Because your body is sick from all the weight cut. And then while you're resting, it's trying to heal itself. So it's spending a lot of energy. And then you go into a fight and try to fight somebody for your life for, 12 rounds. And you end up looking sloppy. You end up not being able to take a good punch, which it wasn't Boots not taking a good punch. We'll talk about that in a minute. He absorbed great shots. But it just looked like he didn't have good energy, and he hasn't had good energy. He's just been this guy walking down. There was a minute where you compared him to Roy Jones, and like I said, if you look at him against David Evanesian and look at him against Karen, he's sitting there looking like Evander Holyfield versus Burt Cooper. He's having these slugfests when he actually looks spectacular when he has his legs. I think Boots Ennis is weight drained, and I think he needs to go up to 154, which another reason he needs to go up to 154 is because I think at 147, he's just too big and too strong, and that is building bad habits. He's able to absorb the shots, so he's taking more shots and walking you down, but then he can build bad habits through muscle memory. He could be training his body to build bad habits, go up to 154, and somebody like Virgil Ortiz will cut his lights out. Right? Somebody like Boychuk or Murder Zaliev will cut his lights out messing around like that. So, listen, I think there are many reasons why he needs to go up to 154, and I'm talking about right now, because 147, I just don't think he looks like the Boots that I thought was extremely special. Now, you guys asking me, do I think he's ready for Bud Crawford? There was a time, all right, where I definitely thought Boots Ennis was ready. But one thing, I told you I started Boots Ennis all the way over. I saw all these guys all the way over after we going to find out season. Riyadh season, Turki Al-Rashid, His Excellency, the way they're matchmaking and putting fights together, they are exposing who's better than who, really. So I've started the whole boxing world to ground zero to see who really got the goods. That includes everybody. Gervonta Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, it doesn't matter. That includes everybody. I'm starting Ryan Garcia. I'm starting y'all all the way over. So like I said, I don't even know how good Boots is right now. And I've started him over from David Ebenezer. So as of right now, you know, he doesn't look like a guy that can beat Terrence Bud Crawford, but Terrence Bud Crawford getting long in the tooth. Terrence Bud Crawford didn't look great at 154. Madrimov fighting him to a tooth and nail fight, right? But listen, when I'm talking about how good he looks in a comparison to Crawford, I'm thinking about the best Crawford, and he doesn't look close to the best Crawford, but Boots Ennis looks better than a lot of Crawford's ops. So if Crawford can fight Madrimov at 154, or him fighting Boots isn't out the question or anything like that. But what I'm saying is, number one, I don't think that fight would ever happen anyway, right? I'm not sure if it's even worth talking about. Crawford is 1 foot out. He's ready to retire. The only thing I think that will bring him into the ring wouldn't be a Boots. It'd be a Canelo Alvarez or quite possibly a Spence rematch if Spence were to do something spectacular like knock out Fundora. All right. Other than that, I don't see him taking on Boots anyway. But with that said, is Boots ready for Crawford? It's at a point where I'm not even thinking about Crawford right now. I'm starting it all the way over. I'm starting him all the way back to ground zero. And Boots Ennis, to me, is just not looking good at 147. We going to find out season. We have to see him at 154 against a top-tier fighter before I even start considering right now him taking on Bud Crawford or even grading him. I can't even grade him right now because as of right now, you know, after those performances and the way he's looking at 147, I need to see how Boots Ennis looks when he's at his best. I'm still assuming that he'll look better at 154. So I have to start there because as of right now, I don't know how good this new Boots, I'm not really feeling. Let me know how you feel in the comments below. ShowBizz for adult, everybody. Get ready for the DAZN highlights coming up right now. We're in the DAZN War Room.
Are you kidding me? 20 wins, 13 coming by knockout. He is facing a very tough Mexican fighter, though, however, tonight. And Pedro Guevara, who's 42 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, 22 coming by way of knockout.
Ya te di las reglas en el camerino. Protéjase todo el tiempo y obedeces mi órdenes todo el tiempo. Gave you the instructions in the dressing room. I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times. The line here, this is good up. Right here is good up. Touch him up.
As for Pedro Guevara, he said he got a call from Juan Manuel Marquez to give him advice on how to win this fight. Sergio, what would you have said in that call if you had spoken to Guevara on how to win this fight?
I'll be honest with you, just continue doing what you're doing because he comes from that Nacho Berenstein, Juan Manuel Marquez school of boxing. If you see his technique, you see the bounce on his feet, his punch selection, very smart fighter in Guevara.
Asked Bam what style of fighter he preferred to face off against, a sticker and mover, a swarmer, a brawler. He said, I don't care. I just like different styles, different fights. I just want to be in the ring at all times. I love fighting. Right hand, he's complaining that's behind the head, but it did affect Guevara.
I can already see that both these fighters are looking for uppercuts. Whoever lands first is going to get the respect. Maybe even hurt the other.
Good left cross there from Bam Rodriguez. Interesting story about Pedro Guevara back in 2012 when he suffered his first career loss to John Rael Casimero, considered retirement. But good thing he didn't because 2 years later he came back and won a world title, and now 12 years later he's in a marquee fight here against Bam Rodriguez.
Good body shots being landed by both fighters, man. I'm telling you, anytime Guevara lands to the body, Bam gets it right back. But this is the type of fight he's going to have to be for Guevara to win. He can't stand still, can't be against the ropes. He's always going to have to be moving as a smaller fighter. And you can see Bam Rodriguez just applying a lot of pressure. And this is either going to get to Guevara or Guevara's going to have to fight off Bam Rodriguez.
Guevara was once ranked as the best light flyweight in the world by Ring Magazine. He suffered 2 recorded knockdowns in his career, one against Casimero, one against Carlos Cuadras last November, but again, he has not been stopped.
And it's even harder when he's applying this much pressure. I mean, this is the most aggressive.
Oh, nice left, yeah.
Sergio, you see Guevara just pawing at that nose a lot this round. Makes me wonder if some of these straight lefts Bam has been landing are having an impact.
It was that uppercut. Yeah, those uppercuts, when they come from the bottom, you're not accustomed to getting hit on your nose from the bottom like that. They really hurt. You know, we're accustomed to getting hit in the nose when they're coming from straight from a jab, but from the bottom, it's totally different.
Bam really having no problems so far against Guevara.
Now, no problems as far as offense, but right now the only issue Bam is having is pinning down the tricky.
Whoa, he pinned him down and knocked him down.
Good shot, straight left. With a straight left hand, caught him on the opposite side of the southpaw space, so that kind of tweaks you a little bit different and hurts you in a certain manner.
Yeah, and caught Guevara trying to escape.
Bam has so much time to work with. We're only in round 3. Guevara trying to fight his way out of this trouble, but he got clipped with a beautiful right uppercut.
That's a dangerous, beautiful shot by.
And they've stopped it. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, as good as it gets.
Man, you better, anyone watching, we're watching greatness right now in Bam Rodriguez. This is the epitome of someone great at 24 years old to be doing what he's doing. Incredible. 247. And here's the end of the fight. Guevara just trying his best to keep him off, but Bam gets that angle. Look at that angle. I said it was going to be an uppercut, and there it is. Beautiful power uppercut that Guevara didn't see coming.
Out comes the mouthpiece, and the fight was over. A vicious right uppercut from Bam Rodriguez.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ricky Gonzalez waves off this contest at 2 minutes and 47 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner by TKO. He's still undefeated and still the WBC and Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Champion of the World, Jesse Bam Rodriguez.
Fighters in the world today, 32 wins, no losses, 29 of them coming by knockout. As for Chukhadzhian, only 2 defeats in his career, one of them, of course, coming last year to boots.
Okay, boxers, you received your instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
12 rounds for the IBF Welterweight Championship of the World. Jaron Ennis, Karen Chukhadzhian, live on DAZN from Philadelphia. Here we go.
Boots coming out in the orthodox stance. He fought the first fight. He fought most of the time in the southpaw stance. I think he actually had more success when he was in the orthodox stance. We'll see if he continues this.
For me, how Chukhadzhian responds to getting hit is one of the points of this fight. It's not like he was running for the entirety of the last fight, but every time he got hit with something consequential, that's when he got on his bike for the rest of the round. That's the adjustment that Boots is going to have to make, being able to follow up on those shots that hurt him.
Chukhadzhian, not the type of fighter to stand still, constantly bouncing on those feet, and he clipped Boots a little bit.
Both of them landed good shots. It was Boots that got the worst of it.
Compared to what we saw in their first fight, this is a brilliant round 1 for the Ukrainian.
This is more Gotti compared to the first fight.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone call it Ward Gotti. It's always Gotti Ward.
It's a Boston thing.
Okay.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult fight for Boots, man. Chukhadzhian's punching in between the shots now, landing clean shots to the body, and Boots takes a good shot. He keeps his head up there because he's so offensively minded, But he's gonna have to watch out, man, because Corinne came to fight tonight. They're scolding Boots in the corner for getting hit with that shot right there. Clean shot to the side of the head.
Look, if there's a weakness in Boots Ennis' game, it's probably some of his defense, especially in that last fight against David Avanesi. He knocked him out, but he also took some pretty good shots during the 5 rounds of that fight.
Oh, there it is.
Hand, that kind of got a smirk on the face of Chukhadzhian.
That rocked Chukhadzhian. That caught him on the top of the head. That shook him up. Chukhadzhian's a little buzzed right now, and that's the reason Boots is getting aggressive. But he still needs to watch out. Chukhadzhian's coming back with punches around the guard, overhand right. So it's going to be dangerous if you keep your head up.
Boots not really put much on those punches.
Ooh, that was a low blow by Boots. I love the fact that Chukhadzhian didn't complain and look at the referee. Just laser focused on his opponent right now. Showing you that the footwork he showed in the first fight wasn't all moving, because he's getting angled brilliantly right now.
That flipped Chukhadzhian a little bit. Looks like some feet getting tied up as well. But now Boots has him in the corner. Not good body language from the Ukrainian. Nice snap from Boots, and then another counter.
Man, what? He didn't even pull that back. He threw the body shot and from the chin to chin. Beautiful shot by Boots, not even recoiling back, man. Those are dangerous punches to avoid.
Needless to say, as we enter round 4, Chukhadzhian looking much better than he did in their first fight as he lands a right hand to respond to the punch that Boots just landed.
Chukhadzhian could take a punch because he got hit with a big right uppercut that rocked him back. And just when you thought he was going to go for the kill, Boots he got hit with an overhand right.
8 more rounds.
Ooh, nice shots there by Chukhadzhian, punching down. Those are dangerous shots, getting hit in the head like that.
Yeah, the crowd has gotten very quiet.
Good shots there, man. Those are sharp, strong punches being landed by Chukhadzhian.
Let's see how Chris Mannix's official scorecard looks.
I've got it 2 rounds to 2 right now, with each one splitting the first 4 rounds, 38 to 38. Look, Boots is landing some shots, but for the second straight fight, he's eating a lot of shots as well. His defense has been pretty shaky early on in this fight, while Chukhadzhian has done things a lot differently. Landing combinations, applying pressure, competitive fight through 4 rounds.
Body shot by Chukhadzhian. And there's that left hook. That's been money for Chukhadzhian. It's that left hook. And now he's implementing body shots to the attack. And physical is exactly what we did not get in their first fight.
You know, Bozy Ennis is...
Good shots there by Boots.
Yeah, finished up with a left uppercut. Nice flurry for Boots, and he caught him with a left there. And that staggered Chukhadzhian. And then Boots lost his footing.
Chukhadzhian is rocked right now.
Oh, and a big clubbing left from Boots again, and he almost went down.
Good shots to the body, not forgetting the body. Boots beating up Chukhadzhian right now.
Takes a knee. Chukhadzhian is down.
6, 7, 8. You all right?
Right now, he should be breaking down Chukhadzhian, not looking for the knockout.
Well, he's looking for the knockout right now. Crowd starts to buzz anytime Boots lands a couple of consecutive power punches.
Those are shots being landed and barely missing by both fighters.
Keep him in front. Keep him in front.
I'll say it again, guys. Chukhadzhian is not going anywhere.
It's kind of hard to look good against someone like Chukhadzhian.
Work in there.
Work in there. He's tricky. He has a savvy style to him. He's strong, determined. He has a amateur pedigree.
Oh boy, Chukhadzhian stood still for a moment and he paid the price.
Boots not loading up, man. Everything's just concise and strong right there.
Stop. Put that down.
Clubbing punches on the inside from Boots. There's a right from Chukhadzhian.
Chukhadzhian punching with him. Punching with those shots.
Let him go. Work.
It's annoying for a fighter to face someone that's always punching in between your shots. You can never get a combination going because they're always intercepting.
Oh, and a right hand from Chukhadzhian, followed up with another one at the end of the round.
Chukhadzhian's a problem, guys, I'm telling you.
That's exactly what Chukhadzhian told us this week. He said, my camp wasn't very good. I only got the visa to come into the U.S. a week before the fight. Usually that strikes me as a bunch of nonsense, excuse-making, but
Boots
takes a punch on that.
Yeah. Boots is trying to open up. Keep Chukhadzhian at distance so he can't hold. Whoa, that left hand, did he not go down from that? Chukhadzhian gonna go out on a shield apparently here in the 10th.
They wanted to make Chukhadzhian fight. Chukhadzhian is fighting now. We'll see what Boots can do out of it because he did hit. He got hit with a right hand in between the shots.
I think Boots is starting to do a pretty nice job anticipating the foot movement of Chukhadzhian. Chukhadzhian likes to hit and then spin out. Boots is kind of spinning with him to catch him in these exchanges.
I noticed that too, Chris. Good observation, man. And that's a talent that you pick up in the gym. You can't let your opponent get an angle on you because you're moving with him.
Stop. Watch your elbows. Watch your elbows.
Chris, everyone, or at least everyone around Boots Ennis, wants to see him get Terrence Crawford in the ring.
This shot might be...
Chukhadzhian.
Boots might be rocked, guys. I'm telling you. He got hit with a clean left hook. Boots is one of these guys that you can't tell when they're hurt. Because that was a clean shot landed by Chukhadzhian that rocked his legs a little bit. Anytime you're an offensive fighter, you think of offense first, right? But you don't think about where your head's at. You don't think about punching and dipping. And it's costing him in this round, man. Chukhadzhian landed a lot of punches on the champ.
Big rights and lefts from Chukhadzhian, who closes strong, but it seems like it's just not going to be enough to topple Boots Ennis in his hometown.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action here in Philadelphia, we go to the judges' score totals. They read as follows. Dave Braslow, 119-107. Eric Marlinski, 117-109. Steve Weisfeld, 116-110. All three for your winner by unanimous decision. And still, the IBF welterweight champion of the world, Jaron.